Good morning and good evening. Welcome back to the stream. We are back. Boy, oh boy, I have been waiting to get back. Um, like ever since, I don't know, I guess Friday in a way, because Friday I just had some other stuff I had to do, so I didn't get that much done. But I'll show off what I did in a second. Anyway, I was just so excited all weekend to get back to work on this. And it's finally here. I'm finally there. I'm finally going to start looking back into like the characters and the animations and the sounds. But even that, I'm excited about that. So yeah, I guess let's do a quick rundown of what happened during the week. As always, if you have anything to share, maybe you're working on a project or something, to let me know. I'm always happy to hear about those. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna joke around a bit, then maybe have some story time, what happened, what I did. I wasn't game on, so I'll just talk a little bit about that. And I will be leaving earlier today, so at 1, like I'll be streaming for an hour or so, since I have to prepare for some stuff. Which means today is going to be another day where I'm not sure how much time I'm going to have for work. But I'll manage, we'll make do, let's just have some fun. So let's start off, and let's start off with the game close-up. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Wait, I need to turn on a game, and then I get the close-up. Right, I'm just gonna also take a quick peek in YouTube Live. This is the live one. Yes. Here it is. I want to turn off this extension again. Live chat. Live chat. Yep, live chat is here. Uh-huh. I guess nothing so far. Pop-up chat. Yeah, you'll get the great opportunity of letting me know if the audio is too loud or anything, and just maybe, I know, appreciating the sounds that I've found so far. I haven't yet put the offers in, I haven't yet put the offers in like the description or somewhere for who made what, but I have everyone listed, everyone that is asked for. I've decided to not list people that haven't, like, that have put out their work with like a Creative Commons license 0, because I'm just going to assume that people do not want to be attributed. So I'm going to leave them out. But yeah, everyone is listed, and I will try to update that list as soon as I can. I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to put it in the about section. Maybe I'll just add a link to some kind of website or something that has all the information listed. So yeah. So out of stuff that has been done last week, most of it has been sounds. So as you can see, we now have sounds for walking on this default ground material stuff. And we have the grass bushels when you just kind of walk through them. We have change of sounds. So we have weather that just appears like under your feet, I guess. I don't know what else to say. There's just water. I also noticed a cool little detail that if I do the zoom in thing, it actually gets louder. So that wasn't intentional, but it's something. I can technically actually work with that and make it so that you're kind of concentrating and you're trying to listen in on sounds that are further away or something. Like, yeah, so like you can kind of follow Cuber based on sound. Yeah. Yeah, that's just something I found, I think, on Friday. Next up, we also have sound for sand. So sound, it's the same. Yeah. I know it's quite similar to this grass sound, and it's definitely not the same, not what I would attribute to sand. I guess just Minecraft has kind of changed my ears, so now that I expect something else from sand, but it kind of sounds like sand, and I think it's good enough for now. Then we have the palm trees. The palm trees are kind of just swaying in the wind. I'm really happy with how the palm trees turned out. Like, they're kind of like stepped sound cues that kind of give the shuffle effect, and the same for the palm trees here. And as you can see, they have like a calm rate where they're kind of just like slowly bobbing up and down, and then they have the like, I don't know, heavy wind. I think it was like a high wind, I called it, for when the leaves start going pretty strongly, and just everything's excited. I know. So yeah, so that's mostly ambient sound effects. Then we have Cuber. Cuber now has the same run, just a little bit more bassy as the player. Also like sounds for all of the different attacks that he does. Yeah, there we go. Here's the like quick leaves. Grabo doesn't have anything yet, I believe. Juno has movement and not much else. Did some fixing, so now rolling doesn't have a very horrendous sound when you roll backwards. It was weird. It was due to because rolling backwards is just reversing the forward roll clip, and that did not play out too well. So I know maybe there are some like ways to keep certain tracks going forward always when others are reversed. Then again, like, it would probably be best to just have every case, because rolling backwards should not be the exact reverse of rolling forwards. Because like, you don't start off rolling backwards with so much momentum, like you still need some delays. So I guess it technically works. So yeah, I know. You tell me, if anyone here is into parkour or has just kind of done it, experimented, let me know. Like, does it actually feel like that with enough practice, that rolling backwards is just rolling forwards, but in complete reverse? Right. Next up, I don't know, actually, I think that might just be... That might just be it for what was done this week. Last week, actually. This week still hasn't started. And for this week, I am going to put up VS Code, because I haven't for some reason. Right, yes, here we are. Yeah, and if you are interested, here is, let's jump back to number 1. Goosey, 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 goose. If you are interested, here I can show you a list of all the people who contributed to these amazing sounds. Some I had to edit away quite a bit, just to either speed up without changing the pitch too much, or kind of make them a bit more bassy for, like, for example, Cuber. So yeah, good stuff. Going back to what we're gonna be doing today, let's take a look. We have errors for comments. No, the plain text does not have any errors. Thank you, VS Code. Also off topic, just I am weirdly excited because Windows 10 is coming up to end of life, and that just sounds like the most perfect opportunity to distro hop. And I don't know, I'm just excited to the point where I kind of want to do it now. I have never Linuxed on my desktop, only on my laptop. And I am assuming it's just all going to be exactly the same. But since this, like for the most part, it actually should be the same. But I'm just curious because, it's just going to feel a bit different. Oh, like my desktop, that's like the thing where I've always been on Windows for like games and stuff. Like I haven't owned my desktop for that long, to be fair, but still, that was kind of the thing. And yeah, I'm just very curious to see what would happen. I know for a fact I am going to look for some way to like synchronize what I have, what I would have on my desktop, and some install something on my laptop, and then I'd probably dual boot or VM. It depends. I think I could VM my laptop. I think that would work. I'm not sure about my PC. I think I would have to dual boot. And dual booting is a little bit tedious in a sense because you never know when grub is going to fail and you're going to need to spend, I don't know, 20 minutes before stream figuring out how to fix it. I'm saying as if, oh, I have like tons and tons of experience with this. I don't actually. I've done Ubuntu, a little bit of Pop, a little bit of Red Hat, Arch in my time. Not a lot of time, dare say. But yeah, I know. I always miss it. I always feel like I would love to get back into it. But I just have like these little core memories of times when it just didn't go so well, or it was just a little bit unreliable. And yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see. I imagine, all things considered, not going to be much of an issue. Speaking of issues, let's start making some. So yeah, this is Genkarino, this stuff right here, but the checking ground stuff. But that is a-okay. Let's move back to the list of stuff we need to do. Yeah, so we have Cuber, Hertz, sound effects. Juno, I guess, yes. Also Hurt, SFX. I'm just gonna skip SFXs for now because I've spent too much last week and I just kind of want a break from it. I could finish up Grubbo. Okay. I know something fun. I know something that sounds very, very fun. Let's go over to Blender and let's make a jump and a landing animation for Grubbo and for Grubbo and what am I talking about? For Grubbo and Cuber. There we go. There we go. So here's how I'm gonna do. This is my genius plan. I'm gonna do jump and then land. So first frame is gonna be, as always, just the default. I'm gonna put in everything, very specifically everything. And then I'm gonna wait 5 frames. And then insert, yeah, this one here. And then it's gonna be at a 16 total. And just like kind of move Grubbo up. So now I'm going to animate everything from here to here. So I kind of want to be so like that, that. So, or that and that. No, I think I'm gonna bend forward. Yeah, let's go with that. And then for the arms, I'm thinking, let's go backwards. Let's rotate them and kind of just bring them back a bit. Even more, I'd say. Like how you would like pull your arms back, like kind of tuck in, and then maybe go into the ground a little bit. Like I know it's not where you're not supposed to ever go into the ground, but I think that works. So yeah. So if I'm thinking, then that's the jump. What is the end pose I want Grubbo to be in? So kinda the same, but also I guess like so, like so. And then these kind of go to the sides. Yeah. And get tucked in a little bit. I know I just put them to the sides and then got them tucked in, but now I'm thinking, yeah, Air Force would probably get them back in line. All right. Now everything in. So let's just for a better visualization, let's do moving forward. Insert. So yeah, so like that. Okay, actually, I think that what I need to do is get these frames, except for root, and bring them over to 8. Oh wait, no, actually I want the hands to kind of swing it, don't I? I actually want them to swing it, so I'm going to do cursor selected. Rotate around the 3D cursor. No, and then go forward and go up. Insert. Yeah, so no, I do not want you to go through here. I want you to go rotate by X, like so. Insert. Like so. Dunk. Yeah. Go here, here. Insert. Yeah, and that should work. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks much more like what I want. Super Grabo. Super Grabo. Let's go. Nice. And now, here's the fun bit. I'm going to find everything. I'm going to take... Oh, body also I want you to be at... Wait, no, this is body. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take root, and I'm going to delete root. And now I have this. And that is the jumping animation. And I'm going to do the reverse for landing. I guess it's actually an 8-frame animation then. Should I... I'm just going to try a thing. So I'm going to find this, scale it by 2, and I'm going to move it towards 16. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, so it's still a pretty quick upswing. So I'm going to keep it like that for now. Push it down just because I want the 16 frames. I kind of want the animation lengths to be similar. I know it's not that important, especially right now, but I am picky like that. Right. So I want to go from this. Yeah, I want to go from this to this. So that is going to be what happens. So let's just get working with root again. Let's go back. Let's go up. This is going to be the first frame. Just because. So we're going between here and here. Here and here. Let's make it a bit more curved. I imagine that would be the curvature of a wheel. So I'm going to go to 8. I'm going to move you up. Actually, 1444. Perfect. That's going to be exactly like a circle. Though, yeah, a circle doesn't make sense. Though, does it not? Yeah, the circle shape doesn't make sense, so I'm gonna actually move it down quite a bit more. Yeah. So that, then we go like so. I think we're gonna start going backwards quite early. Yeah, and then also right. Insert. Then yeah, okay, I'm not gonna use the close to landing thing, or it's gonna be very, very, very short. Yeah, so that's the end kind of frame. So let's do at frame 8. Yeah, so this one I want it to be at 20. And this frame I want to be like so, kind of. Like that. Move it sideways. Turn it up. Kind of arms back. Insert. Yeah, so yeah, I want to keep this animation up for as long as possible. Huh, what did I just copy over? Yeah, okay, so that's kind of where landing. Oh, but that's way too far. Yeah, okay. Gonna bring those in. There, that. No, wait, this actually has to be here. Except this deleted. Yeah, like so. So, I don't know about this one. Let's bring this all back. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I want to scale these by 2. Let's see. Okay, no, this one has to be much closer in. Okay, I know what's wrong with this one. It's because it's gradually entering this one. It's not kind of stopping. So the animation is doing what it needs to be doing. So that's fine. And now I just need to decide. I guess I'm just gonna do from here to here then. Where's number 1? Here it is. Okay. So I'm gonna do the animation for 7 frames. Like just the landing. Let's make it 8. 4. This, yeah, and this is gonna be land. So I have jump, I have land. Let's export it. Export done. Collection, Juno collection. Whoopsies. Rubbo collection. Grubbo armature. Grubbo model. Now this is going to cause problems, but that's what I'm here to cause them and fix them. Right. Everything seems to be in order. Let's go back here. Let's go to Grubbo. Now we have everything here. I believe Grubbo has lost right particles. Yes. On the X. Uh-huh. Let's try it like result track, unit armature. The X, right. Yes. Okay. Great. I want to add a new track. Let's just do that, and then that's key emitting. And what I want is it to be here and here. And then from here we emit, and then we stop emitting. And then we delete Juno track. We save it. Same for, let's just check if this works. Why? Oh yeah, okay, so that works, but I need to move it further onto the axis blade, like even a bit down. Yeah, it follows the axis blade. I don't know if you would call the blade like the sharp bit. The head? I don't know. So that one is done. Let's go to animation 2. And now I want to do the same thing, just key emitting. Move this. Yeah, so that's fine. Insert a key here, insert a key here, and on, and then delete you. And nice, we have the animations working again, which is good. Now let's take a look at, first up, the Grubbo GLB. I need land and jump. Because, no, they're not going to ping pong. I would like to add some effects on when they happen. So Grubbo, let's have an animation jump. And let's have an animation for landing. Okay. Let's re-import Grubbo animation player. Let's go to land. Oh boy, okay. Something. Yeah, that is a bit weird. Let's take a look at land again. Shall we? Land. Okay. Yeah, these are not working out so much, but that is a-okay because you can just Control C. I want to work with land, please. Yeah, I want to go like so, like that, like so. Insert. Yeah, let's bring them down even a bit more. Let's take a see. Yeah, that looks good. Good enough at least. Export again. Open it up. Let's go back to landing. Everything is in order right now. That's good. Landing works great. Then jumping. it's great. Love it. Let's then make a script. So, testing harness process. This I should be rewriting, but maybe off stream. Just want to show some fun stuff off. That's not stat, that is player. Let's go to Grubbo. Combat. That's the wrong one. These are the states. I guess I'm gonna need a dash. Is there a dash action, move, talk, follow, look, follow? Sure, let's just go under follow, I guess. Jump. Follow delay minus equals. Alright. Jump. Where is it? If jumping, jump, delta. Since this is going to be like a bit more of the boring part, have I been showing off nothing for the past 20 minutes? I believe I have. I really could use another screen down below so I could see that. Oh, I actually forgot to switch to the Blender scene where I have been working on all of the animation stuff. So you already saw from the Godot screen how the animations look. So I'm going to try to keep that in mind for the rest of the week until I forget about it again. Hopefully not. So, yeah, I was about to say that might as well talk about something while I'm just doing coding. I don't know how much that interesting is. I was at Game On this weekend, only for one day on Saturday, and I quite enjoyed it. The key highlights of what happened were I heard a presentation about the history of Lithuanian board games, which was fun. There was a little bit of history too about what the very beginnings of mixing up talks. There were no other beginnings. But yeah, just hearing about like how we started off like with kind of clone-like games that weren't technically clones, but still like were inspired by games that were popping up in other countries. And then we kind of move on. What were the most popular games? What were the interesting attempts that kind of didn't really gain much popularity? We had 2 D&D-esque campaign games. I'm really curious about finding one of them, since it's just interesting right now. And after that, it was mostly just going through the indie booth. There was an ex-colleague of mine who was from Remedy. That was also fun. Next, then I went to check out the Indie Zone. That was a lot of fun. Lots of great games. I got my driver's license for playing. Is this good? Yeah. Yeah, so I got my... Come on. Stop with the blurry effects. Yep, that working? Yeah, so I got my driver's license for playing a difficult game about driving. It was a lot of fun. The creators of the game brought in a bathtub, attached a wooden block to it, and a steering wheel. And it was a lot of fun to play. It's kind of like Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It, but instead of a pot and a hammer, you have a bathtub on wheels. It's really fun. Really enjoyed it. After that, the final thing I did was I went to a talk about Stalker, like the game, which was interesting because, hey, Final Turn, welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? The final thing I watched in the conference was a talk on Stalker, and I did not know pretty much anything about the game before going into it. I was somehow completely oblivious. And when I got in, I was kind of like, oh, I'm kind of tired a bit. I wish I could just go like, kind of go leave since the event was closing up. It was the final like conference talk of the event. It still happened on Sunday, but like basically the end of Saturday. So I went in without knowing what to expect, and turns in I stumbled on a game that is about live simulated agents surviving in a post-apocalyptic scenario. And it talked so much about everything that I was doing and trying to do with this game and the last prototype that I was kind of flabbergasted by. Wow, I had absolutely no idea this existed. I am so happy I went to this talk because it was the like if I understand correctly, it was one of the lead designers back when they were working on the first free Stalker series games, and they just talked a lot about the challenges, how the idea came up, and like stuff that I know they had to deal with. For example, that they kind of made the AI sometimes so free and so good that you would walk into a factory and all of the different kinds of enemies would just kind of already finish the battle, and you just find tons of dead bodies of mutants, zombies, humans, etc. And what they had to do to kind of just make it more interesting, that you would at least get glimpses of these fights and hear stuff in distance. So I think that is really, really cool. And they also just kind of mentioned that the proof of concept really does work because, to my understanding, there is a very uh, active following of people who really like Stalker because of these elements that the game is really unpredictable. You're in a constant state of suspense because you just don't know when you're gonna enter a building or turn a corner, and there's just gonna be something there, not because it was placed, but because it's trying to survive and it's acting on certain goals, and just kind of you cross paths. I think that is really cool. So I am planning on buying the games and then kind of checking them out, and I might even stream them. That sounds like fun. Don't know when I would do that, but I imagine it would be fun. Just getting a deep dive and kind of trying to figure out what I could use for my own game and where I could maybe even how, like, the most interesting thing is I'm curious, how does it do story beats? Like, does it actually show any kind of story while being with live agents? Like, I heard that it does. I'm wondering how it does it, and does it really work? Does it work for pacing? How complex is it? Like, what can they get away with? And I guess how they're using the environment to kind of control it all. So yeah, that was basically it for the conference. Really happy I went there. Hopefully it still keeps on going because I heard some stuff that it's probably going to shut down just because it's difficult to find people. Like Lithuania, in terms of like our neighbors, like I guess the biggest one would be Poland. We do not have that many game development studios and also indie developers, but it's going up. It's definitely going up. So I know hopefully these events can stay, maybe even just for the reason that I would like to show off my own game. But yeah, that's a ways away. So we'll see in like a year what's what's gonna be changed. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to seeing how I can make some jumpy jumps. Sounds like a sweet event. Hopefully it sticks around. Yeah, like it was so nice at the very beginning because it was us trying to replicate Gamescom like what I imagined would be Gamescom or E3. But it was in a very wholesome ways that, okay, we had like an auditorium, like, uh, sorry, trying to think of a better word for it, not auditorium. Like we'd had one scene where it was all dedicated to esports. So you'd find all the games, like I'm thinking like 7, maybe 8 years back. You would have your CSGO tournaments. You would have PUBG, which was, I guess, still popular at the time, both Fortnite, and then we also had, I think, League and Dota tournaments, but Dota was kind of borked, so that one didn't count. And then off in the other like section, we would have all the console stuff. So we'd have Nintendo with, I guess, the games that were kind of up and going at that time. Same for PlayStation, Xbox. And then we had a really nice chunk for just indie developers. And we had people come in from not just Lithuania, but also surrounding countries. And there were just tons of people. And also, you would have the games being showcased and also the developers standing next to them. It was way more active. I don't know if I was just unlucky with the times that I went to the indie booth, but most of the time, the games were just standing there running and no one was there to talk to and kind of to just see what's the game about. Like I did manage to find some people, but it was just a bit sad that more than half of the booths didn't have anyone standing next to them. In total, there might have been maybe 30 games, like just from indie developers. So either teams that are very, very small, like 6 or less people, or solo developers. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because I remember in the very first times they organized this event, like everyone was just kind of standing there, either next to or on top of like container crates, like not container crates, container pallets, and they were just stacked on top of each other. And then you'd have like the PC somewhere along the ground with a monitor on top, and you'd play it, you'd talk with it. Like I remember, I really enjoyed on my very first visit. It was Can't Drive This. I think that's the game where one person drives a monster truck and the other person places pieces of road just to kind of it's a infinite runner game, but it was fun just seeing that the co-op aspect of it, or just the solo, I guess, aspect of using your mouse to play stuff and then just driving if there'll be ASD and surviving. Yep, other games too. There's also a cosplay scene that was as live as ever, I guess, because cosplay gets tons of attention and also just opportunities to showcase in different events. Like we also have a Comic-Con Baltic kind of thing, and other opportunities for that. But yeah, this is the pretty much the only case for game development. So it was kind of a big deal, but not that much that, oh, you would have like guests from surrounding countries coming in. Anyway, I guess enough about that. It was still fun. Happy I went there, and I had the chance to actually partake in the event and show off my stuff. And I thought, oh, okay, like what can I do in 2 weeks? I'm glad I didn't like actually even write anything or agree on anything. Like it was still just in the idea phase, because I would not have anything to show in the amount of time that I had. Like I had 3 weeks. 3 weeks is not enough to make this into something that I could show off. Like if I was working day and night for 3 weeks, yes, I would have something to show, but very, very likely it would have very game breaking stuff that would just be a coin cost like a coin flip between having something that kind of looks okay and breaks absolutely miserably, or I don't know, not having anything at all. Like I'm pretty happy that I didn't completely burn myself out trying to reach that deadline, but it was still nice to think about that. oh, this could be one of those opportunities, and it did get me to priorities more on finishing stuff done, because I definitely want to use up the other opportunities that there are to showcase this game. I don't know when that's going to happen. I still need to finish this prototype, but after that, yeah, definitely. I guess the closest thing is probably going to be Steam Next Fest or some of the fests that showcase games. So that is my target for now. So, what about you, Final Turn? How is it going for you? Just gonna open up Blue Sky because I haven't just been completely away from social stuff over the weekend, which I guess not that surprising. But let's see what comes up. Do-do-do. Mm-mm. The Godot plush character is online. Making some more progress on the Jam game. Oh yeah, you've been working on the Jam game last time I remember. Using Dialogic for the dialogue system and added Godot plush controller for fun. Nice. Okay, yeah, coming back to chat. I posted a new vid for the Jam game I'm working on. I'm trying out the plugin Dialogic, and it's been pretty great to use. It's so easy to get something running quickly. It makes me want to make a visual novel. Ah, nice. That's cool. Also, props to you for trying out like other plugins. That sounds like a pretty good idea during game jams. Just getting rid of stuff that is very nice to have, but like at this grand scheme of things might just take a longer time to have like looking cleanly. Like right now, I'm liking that it's all looking quite cohesive. I assume that you made the like inspect, talk, and actions like drop downs yourself. Yeah. Also, I'm liking these snow effect and just the, I don't know, camera pans and everything. It's looking very cute, the game. Yeah, I made that drop down myself, but the text boxes below are Dialogic. Yeah, I guess as much. It does look good, and it's kind of giving the old JRPG kind of vibe, or as you said, like visual novel too. Wait, what does it say? David really needs to get it together and add combat to this game. Hey, it's you can also do a pacifist run game. Enjoy the cuteness while it lasts, because once I get the art assets from my artist, it's turning into a horror game. Nice. You know, this is the Pyrovision edition of the game. And then you're gonna take off the goggles. And it's gonna be completely different. Oh my god. Hey, nice. I'm happy that Pyrovision is still something that's known. I don't know. I miss TF2. I guess Deadlock is the new TF2 in a sense. Well, I can't say new TF2. TF2 is still completely running, and it has its own audience and everything. But yeah, just I don't know. What am I saying with that sentence? I guess that TF2 is not that casual of a game anymore. So I guess that's what I was missing a little bit. haven't played Deadlock in a while. I wonder if it's like how the meta and the landscape has changed since there's been a lot more time now, and also the added ranked. So I assume potentially it's kind of similar because everyone who wants to like kind of play it for the competitive nature of it just goes ranked. Oh, but also it's not a rank 24/7, so that might not be the case. Right, going back, let's do jump, and while jumping, we're not doing anything else. What am I doing? I want the start attacking, start thinking, start interacting. Start moving to position. So let's make a very, very basic jump. Follow day, float timer. Vector free. Jump. Target position. Jump direction. Oh, what? How do I want to do this? So I guess I'm jumping to a position just so I don't jump out of the field. So I want, yeah, sure. Let's do a jump direction, and let's do a float velocity up equal to something. Let's say 0. Okay, yeah. We have velocity up, and then let's say float gravity is equal to 9.8. Okay, we have gravity, we have a jump direction. I am going to need to calculate. So I'm going to jump at a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to have like the distance, the 45-degree angle, and oh boy, I'm going to need to do like math and stuff to figure out how long it's going to take and everything. And okay, let's get that done with, I guess. So let's try it. Start jumping. I do not have that. Start following with a distance. Start combating. Public void. Start jumping. I'm probably going to try to do something with just like the maps, and I'm sure I'm gonna finish. I'm just gonna give myself like 5 more minutes because I will have to go get ready after that. Start jumping. Okay, so jump direction is equal to position minus global position. Then how do I wait? This is just going to be like simple math, trigonometry, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So the total height, let's just say, okay, total height is going to be there's that. Jump direction is this but normalized. Length is that. So total height is 45 degrees, yes. So if you go at a 45-degree angle, and it just kind of goes down. So, Oh boy. Milton, I don't have a Milton scene. Yeah, I think this might just be easier to kind of figure out. No, don't save it. Let's go to duplicate scene, Milton. And I want to turn on Milton. Very top. Sorry that it's so set background color to a darker shade. Perfect. And let's do, yeah, your eyes. Sorry about that. I just scorched myself as well. I don't know why Milton does that as a default. That is so right. Settings, can I like? Okay, never mind. Default background color. Let's do that as the default. 178, 178. Good. It's fine. No more eyes shall be scorched evermore. Only mine and final turns. And yeah, I know if anyone else is watching. Anyway, so let's do some math fun. We have our distance, what that we need to jump. How do I do lines again? I don't remember. L. We have our distance. We have a character that is jumping at a 45-degree angle. So that's like the jump angle. This is 45 degrees. So the trajectory is fitting under this. Right. So we're landing also at a 45-degree angle. Let's do lines. Yes. So that one is also 45 degrees. Then the question is, what is this height? So this height is that, do I know anything about this circle? I think I know. I even know the formulas that would be needed to calculate this. Right? Maybe not. Yeah. Because I do know these two. I don't have a way of knowing these, I assume. Yeah, this is also unknown. I just kind of eyeball it and say it's like kind of 30 degrees, but that's... Oh, I guess it's also what I make of it then. No, not necessarily. Because I will either land short or I will either land far depending on what I set here. It was always going to be the same value, just the question is, what value is it again? This is literally, I think, like a grade 7 or maybe grade 9 question from physics. So I can get this length. I can get this length, fine. What are you trying to determine? I am trying to determine height h. And I know these lengths are already known. So we have L, so length would be L here. We have length, we have the height. I do not have the circumference or the radius of the circle. But I should be able to get all of that. Yeah, because this triangle is going to scale. It's going to scale. If I scale length, this angle doesn't change and everything doesn't change. So I should be always able to figure the height out like completely. Technically, okay, this is an interesting observation. I remember that this is the best trajectory for a flying object, because if you kind of throw it at a higher angle, it's going to kind of go like that. And if you throw it at a lower angle, it's going to fall short. So this is the furthest you can get by throwing it at 45 degrees. For if ignoring wind resistances and stuff. So, and I believe it should be a circular shape, or maybe it isn't a circular shape. Is it maybe elliptical? Then it is not that easy. Because this one is definitely elliptical, I assume. Like the shape above. You should try to plot this out so you can Desmos. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if I could maybe do it somehow. I just remember what I learned in physics, because I definitely remember I had a task similar to this. I just don't remember how to do it right now. I have a fear that it might be also not complex, that you need derivatives and stuff, because we have acceleration also playing a part in this. We also have acceleration that is going up, so that might decide the height, right? Oh, this is actually what's much simpler. Okay, I am missing a lot of stuff. Maybe another time actually learning all the shortcuts might take a while. Okay, I know the reason why I can't solve it is because I am actually missing lots of variables. And if I have them, I can solve this easily. So, okay, easily is a stretch, but I can't solve this. So I can get time. So how much force am I putting into this? Actually, let's say that so time, let's say I'm going to vertically move L divided by 2. So I'm going to vertically move L divided by 2 at a speed. So that's going to be the speed. And if that is the speed, I need to have a negative acceleration here. Acceleration up here needs to be 0. And then acceleration here. No, it's not going to be gravity. Wait, oh, sorry. Vertical speed here is going to be 0. here it's going to be like the max. So, so after L divided by 4, yeah, so I need to okay. L divided by 4 times 9.81. Yeah, so that's going to be that. So I'm going to be decelerating vertically for L out of 4 times. I should just plop these in. I think that would make sense. The distance is 10. So the distance is 10. Our speed is going to be then 5 meters per second. Let's say 10 meters. Actually, let's just not do units at all. Our length is 10. Our speed is 5. So our time is 2. So that means that my vertical speed is going to be 9.81 because I'm going to be traveling half of this for 1 second. So after 1 second, our like at 0 seconds, at 1 second, the vertical speed is going to be 0. So I am supposed to stop. Damn it. Curse you, physics, for being interesting. Yeah, at 1 second, our speed is going to be like 0. So the distance traveled up is going to be this is plotting time between now and 1 second. It's gonna be that. I need the plot of this, which is gonna be it's gonna be a function. Okay, it's gonna be an integral. But basically, what I figured out is TLDR. I do not need the height. I just need to know the length of time. So I need to do t divided by 2 times gravity, and that is equal to our starting vertical height. That's basically it. I don't need the height. That is something I could kind of just check by printing out it after like half the time. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. That's all I need. Everything else is done. We mathed. Didn't quite solve it, but I think this needs derivatives to actually solve what is the total height, because you can't just say, oh, like here's one way you could look at it. So it is the height is going to be okay, so if I was traveling at that constant speed, 9.81, then the height would be 9.81. But since we're decelerating, it's going to be somewhere in between 0 and 9.81. I would assume like 6. Something is telling me it's going to be around 6. So we'll see. Out of curiosity, I'll print it and I will let you all know next stream. So that's it. Going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your Monday. Good luck final turn with your game jam game. Let me know how that goes. And I will see you all tomorrow. So yeah, have a good day.